the challenges and potential downsides to raising a Cane Corso. People see how majestic Bruce and Joey Justice are, how loving they are, how obedient they are, and they think they come like this. And that could be farther from the truth. So let's just deep dive into this topic, and it'll help you decide if a Cane Corso or a Guardian breed is the right dog for you, because this can go across all Guardian breeds. Today we have here Bruce Wayne, who is a 7-year-old male intact Cane Corso. He weighs about 155 pounds. We have Joey Justice, is a 2.5-year-old intact male Cane Corso weighing about 140 pounds. And if you guys enjoy this type of content, consider subscribing, because there's a ton more content like this available on the channel, and there's a ton more future free content coming as well. So I'm going to do a little play with the boys as I talk to you guys. Justice, stay. Okay, Justice. Bruce Wayne, do you want your, what used to be your flirt pole? There you go. Cane Corsos are a Guardian breed, as you guys know, and with Guardian breed comes a certain temperament. They're naturally possessive of their people and their property. They're naturally possessive of their toys, for example. And their instincts are just to guard you, guard your property. Bruce, leave it, drop. Hey, good boy. Due to the Cane Corso's natural guardian instincts, it takes a ton of constant socialization. We're talking massive socialization through puppyhood. Those first 12 weeks are crucial to their developing brain. That can make or break your dog in the long run. How responsive they are to other people, how friendly they are to other people, or how aggressive, and you don't want your Guardian breed to be aggressive towards non-threats, right? So socialization is key through puppyhood. But not only that, socialization is a skill. If you stop doing said skill, that skill diminishes. So even at 7 years old, 2.5 years old, we're still constantly socializing these guys so that skill stays high. Because if you don't get your dog out of the house, out of those 4 walls, they're not gonna know right from wrong. It's experiences that teach them right from wrong. And we're always training our dogs, guys. We're either training them in a way we want them to behave, or inadvertently, without our knowing it, training them in a way where we don't want them to behave in. Every experience and every interaction with your dog, they're learning from their leader, they're taking from their leader. So socialization is key, and a lot of people don't have time to put in that kind of work. And if you don't have the time to put in the work with your Guardian breed, it can lead to a very dangerous situation. Being a large, dominant breed, you can have issues with other pets or even children if you don't raise your dog properly. Now, if you have another dog and your dog is good with dogs, and you follow my pack hierarchy videos, you can see how we run the house with 2 intact males, so there's no conflict, there's no fighting. You can easily raise a Cane Corso in that environment. But if you already have a Cane Corso and you haven't done your job socializing with other dogs, socializing with other pets, socializing with children, and bringing that dog, if it's a full-grown dog, into the house, let's say you adopt one, can lead to massive issues and a lot of dangerous issues. And I'm not trying to scare anyone away from owning this breed. This breed is wonderful in the right hands, but truth be told, it's not a breed for most people. Their size and strength can be a massive danger without even them being aggressive or mean. 155-pound dog ran into Kara full speed, flipped her up into the air, landing on her shoulder, breaking her shoulder. Yes, Bruce Wayne broke Kara's shoulder. Justice, okay. Okay, you can get it. Bruce Wayne broke Kara's shoulder inadvertently playing. And that's the truth with these dogs. They're big. You have to be careful. There are a lot of dangers when playing with these dogs. And we don't want to harm another pet. Like, I'm always very careful. Now, even between the 2 dogs, Justice is so excitable. He has so much energy. He can easily hurt Bruce when he's playing just by running into him. So I'm always, when I'm playing with them, making sure that they don't run into each other. Bruce could run into Justice and hurt him. So that's one big downside to these dogs, is it's very easy to get hurt by them just because of their sheer size. A lot of people can find this breed very challenging to work with and walk with because they're so strong. Imagine these guys, if I'm walking together, if they were pullers, if they were pulling me on a leash. There's no way 140-pound me could hold back 300 pounds of dog. They'd be dragging me down the street. So if you don't put up all that work up front load your obedience work when they're small, that can lead to massive issues. It can also lead to massive, and I'm not saying that you can't turn a dog around that's fully grown and get them to do obedience work. Of course you can, but it's gonna be a bigger challenge. And if you're not able to do so, if your skills aren't on par to train them in obedience, you're going to have a very hard time handling this dog. Now, if you need help with training, with obedience work, I have a link in the description down below. Check it out. It'll say dog training courses. There's a ton of dog training courses listed there. Pick the perfect canine companion. It's going to take you through all the obedience work you need. It uses the same philosophy of how I trained Bruce Wayne and Joey Justice. And it's going to change your relationship with your dog, and it's going to up their obedience level 10. You won't be disappointed. I'd love to hear you guys' experiences with large breed dogs. Has it been a positive one? Has it been a negative one? What were your challenges raising or handling a giant breed dog? He used to be very high energy for a giant breed dog. He is ultra high energy even at 2.5 years old. So it takes a lot of mental stimulation. That's another huge downside that people don't see. Working with your dog, there's no way around it, guys. It takes time. Every single day, it takes a ton of time out of your day, time away from your family, time away from your friends, time away from your dating life, time away from hobbies. So if you don't have that time, you're not going to have a dog that is obedient. You're going to have a destructive dog, and a dog that just mentally can't handle themselves, which can lead to destruction, aggression, and a bunch of traits you don't want. Justice, stay. I didn't say, what are you trying to grab that from me for? Look at how energetic he is. Okay. Okay. You can see how psycho this dog is. Not only can it lead to aggression or destructive behavior, it can lead to massive anxiety if you don't mentally stimulate your dog. Some ways you can mentally stimulate your dog is daily focused walks. When you're walking your dogs, it's not free for all. They smell something, want to pee on it. They're not peeing until you tell them they can pee. You keep walking. It's walk, focus, and straight. Another thing you can do during your walk is you can add a weighted vest. I'll leave a link in the description box. I use the X-Dog weighted vest on these guys, and it makes them feel like they're doing a job. So the same 3-mile walk that we do completely changes it. It's only 6 pounds, which isn't very much for a 155-pound dog, but the mental stimulation it gives them, they are just wiped. Another great thing to do, I've been doing a lot with these guys lately, is swimming. Swimming is going to burn so much energy out of your dog. It's great on their joints as well. So those are some things that you can help with your dog. He's already had a 3-mile walk today, and you can still see how psycho he is, on their mental stimulation. So if you don't have the time, don't get this breed. Another huge downside to this breed is their health issues. A lot of large dogs have health issues. Luckily, Joey Justice has been a superstar with his health. Never been to the vet. Bruce Wayne, on the other hand, as you guys know, he had a genetic condition which led to cystine stones. He has his genetic back issue. I just touched his back just a little bit and his skin flinches. Also, with giant breed dogs, typically it's a smaller lifespan. You're not going to get 15 years like you could out of a Yorkie, or 20. My grandma's dog, guys, was 20 years old. You're not going to get that with a giant breed dog. What you are going to get at Cane Corso, though, is a dog that wants to love you, guard you, protect you, is extremely loyal, extremely loving, in the right hands. Again, this breed isn't for everyone. This breed, for a lot of people, would be a nightmare, and that's why we see so many of these dogs in shelters, because they bite people. Their recall is great off leash. I can ride my bike with them off leash. You know, there was somebody that was just attacked by a Cane Corso and the police had to shoot it. You know, that's what happens when you have a breed like this in the wrong hands. It takes a lot of experience prior to getting one of these dogs with other dogs. It takes a lot of dedication, and it takes a lot of behavioral knowledge to own one of these dogs, so you're successful. So don't rush getting a Cane Corso, guys. If you want one now and you don't have a lot of experience, get an easier dog to handle. The breed's gonna be here forever. And then you can, you know, work with dogs, make sure that this is the breed you want, because once you get a dog, you're signing up to take care of this dog for the life of the dog. Some areas have breed-specific legislation where you can't even own a Cane Corso. Some homeowners' insurances are going to charge you more if you have a breed like a Cane Corso, a Rottweiler, an Akita, which makes sense because now you have a dog. It's not a little Chihuahua, it's not a golden retriever, it's a dog that can literally kill someone. And yes, these dogs have been documented killing and mauling people, but if you usually trace it back, it comes down to very improper ownership. You usually never see a case like that with somebody that really understands dogs, how to train dogs, how to raise dogs. Another huge dark side to owning a Cane Corso is the cost to own a Cane Corso. The thousands it costs to purchase one is actually the cheap part. These guys are on a raw diet. We go through 10 pounds of meat a day in this house. That is very expensive. On top of pet insurance. The larger the dog, the more your pet insurance is gonna be. I advocate everyone to get pet insurance. I'm not one to support GoFundMes because everyone has the chance to get pet insurance. And if your dog gets hit by a car, for example, that could be 20 grand out of pocket. Bruce Wayne had cystine stones. He had to have an emergency operation. It cost us still like 3 or 4 grand out of pocket, but that would have cost us like 10 grand out of pocket. The bigger the dog, the higher the vet bills are going to be, the higher the food bills are going to be. I have multiple videos on the cost to feed a Cane Corso with kibble, raw, low-end kibble, low-end raw, high-end raw, pre-made raw. I also have videos on the breakdown of the cost of just owning them, everything that goes into it. Now, it's going to be different for everyone, so when you watch those, you know, just take that with a grain of salt. What we do isn't necessarily what you have to do. Another dark side to Cane Corso ownership is too many people get this dog without any dog experiences, as I just said. So now they're making mistakes with their dog on the fly as they are training their dog and raising their dog. And this isn't a breed you want to make mistakes with. This is Justice, let's go. Sit. This isn't a dog you want to make mistakes with. This isn't a dog you want to learn on the fly with. Even if you've had dogs before, do all of your research prior to getting one so you know what you're doing. That way, you have the best option for success raising your dog. It's much easier not to create a problem versus creating a problem and then fixing it. Bro, is there a fly on you? That's the dark side of Cane Corso ownership, guys. It's not all fun and games. It's a lot of discipline. It's a lot of being very militant in what you do, how you act around your dogs, not letting them get away with anything, always being the leader to your dog. Never let them be the leader over you. And if your leadership drops, they're gonna take over and start making decisions for you. And that's where issues lie. I'm a big proponent of responsible ownership. Once you get one of these dogs, they're yours for life. And we don't want to see them rehomed. We want to see them in good, loving hands. That way, we can keep building the Cane Corso community, building this guard dog community, and just showing that they're not the evil creatures that certain media outlets lead them to be. You guys want to get one of these guys? I really always emphasize doing your research, like I said, before you get the breed, retraining yourself on how to train a dog before you get one of these guys, and then you're going to have the best outcome for success. Until next time, Bruce Wayne, Joey, Justice, and myself will see you later. Peace. Justice, okay. Hey, Justice, watch out for the camera. Stop. See, you always have to have that off switch with your guys. You can roughhouse with your guys. The moment you say stop, they must stop. And that's why I roughhouse with him like that. And you get scratched up super easy because the fact they're so big, they got bear-like paws. Bruce, let's go. Let's show them your paws. Come here, let me show them your paws. Okay, face this way. Face this way, big boy. I have big hands, okay? I got very big hands. Ready? Look at that paw. 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 Justice, let's go. Justice, sit. Stay. Okay. Dog's a psycho. Come here, buddy. Let's go. Let's tire him out even more. Justice, let's go. Okay. All right, you want to play too? 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 Let me show you what it's like. Justice, let's go. Justice, sit. Justice, drop. Leave it. Good boy, Bruce. Good boy. Drop. Good boy. Okay, get it. Good boy. Always got to be working with your dogs, guys. Justice, okay, go get it. Let's go. Good boys. Time to go in. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed that little video. Yeah, also, if you didn't know, I've been snapping my days most days on Snapchat. They just contacted me and said, hey, you want to be verified in Snapchat? I'm like, I don't use Snapchat. Like, we'll verify you. Start using it. I'm like, okay. So I figured it's kind of fun just to snap my days. I don't just show the dogs. I show some of my own, like what we do day to day. So if you're interested in just like my life beyond the dogs, check out my Snapchat. I'll leave all the info on the screen for y'all. All right, peace.